How are ya? How are ya? How are ya? Listen, it's been a while since I've done a bit of a broadcast for a couple of reasons, but look, hang in there and I'll tell you exactly why, all right? So let's go. All right, now, what the situation is that what I'm just, this particular broadcast is a bit about strawberries, okay? And understanding what they sort of say about is the, the dirty dozen, okay? Now, the dirty, I'm just going to swing this around. I always look for the bloody change of, oh, there it is, right, here we go. Right, now here, what I've got today is, I'm just showing you my strawberry patch, okay? And as you can see, okay, my strawberries, there you go, how about that? That's all them beautiful. Now, these are all, organic grown, or, I hate using that word these days because someone will take you to task on it, it's just ridiculous sometimes what people will just carry on about, But anyway, that's what I just want to show you is that on the list of the dirty dozen, there's strawberries because of the amount of pesticides and fertilizers, and all the stuff that gets thrown into them. But as you can see, like these are, really, just kind of trying to find where I am. Oh, there I am. You can see these are really beautiful strawberries, and it's all done with, good earth, good cultivating practices, and basically, as you can see here, now looks a little bit of weed growing at the moment, but I've got it under black plastic here, and it helps keep the weed down. But as you can see, like we've got some really nice stuff. Now, this is the difference between understanding, what organic, clean grown stuff is about, and stuff you're going to get from the shop, because like I've seen some of these strawberry advertisements and they say, wonderful clean strawberries, or wonderful strawberries, but they're so full of pesticides and fungicides, and really, quite honestly, yeah, it is hard to keep a strawberry plant, especially in humid Queensland conditions like I've got here, to not get, it's different diseases and that, what have you, So, I've got it set up around the house. Here we go. I'm just going to change this around again. Okay, so, I've got another section of rows going down there, and yeah, you have to keep on top of them, to be able to get a good return out of it. There's no doubt about it, But anyway, look, that's what I just sort of show you that because on the dirty dozen, like the top of the dirty dozen is strawberries, man, and for a little bit of effort, you can put it in there. Now, what do you get on return? This is the difference. Now, I at the moment I'm selling those punnets off, as that, clean grown. It's just like, I use this word clean grown as opposed to organic, because it's really surprising how many people want to just nicky pick you at the, whether it's, what does organic mean? Is this organic, that organic, and I just get tired of it. It's just like the word, vegan, I just don't use it, like I use the descriptive, but, plant-based is, good enough for me, I just can't get into all the silliness, But anyway, look, what I'm going to do at the moment, I just want, because there are people on the channel who are interested in the horticultural side of things, because part of our message has always been about trying to keep an inspiration theme going, is that, you can talk about, plant-based foods, etc., but unless you walk the talk, what's going to happen? You end up just, oh yeah, I'll fill up some strawberries and go and buy some, crap from the supermarket, or do you take the time and look for it, or do you grow it yourself, which is what we speak to a lot about, is just that self-empowerment, and getting things done yourself. What I'll just do today too. I just want to take you for a very quick tour of the gardens at the time. Okay, so I'm just going to flick around again. Okay, now what we're doing at the moment is I'm back into using the lightweight mesh at the moment, because that's a really good cloth for you know, keeping. That's the way I keep insects off. You know, so as you can see, here's my beetroot starting to grow in here. You can see the got a fair different range of radish going on. These are, at the moment, what I'm doing here is, as you can see, I'm just finishing off these lettuce here, and then, you know, I've just got another crop to come out of them, and then I'll replant. I'll probably do a root crop in there, and this is working really well for me. I originally had 30-inch beds like people talk to, but I'm quite short on a bit of area to use, so I realised that one little, you know, 30 centimetre bed in there in the middle of a walkway, you know, I can get a few more plants in there, and so I can, because I'm, you know, 6'4" and I've got come from long reach, as they say here in Australia, you know, I can reach out to the middle on both sides, you know, so it's not so much a difficulty for me. Plus the fact, you know, I can put it all together and you know, just put the one tarp over, and it works out pretty well. I've got some 4-hook giants going, as you saw before. My strawberries are in there, and this is something that's really quite disappointing to me. I grew some really nice red Russian kale. You know, you had it as the small plants for salad mix, but unfortunately, you know, it just didn't take off where I am here, and that's what part of the messaging is that you just grow for what your area needs, you know, or what's selling in your area. I put in a trial patch of carrots, you know, so you know, I've just thought I'll just see how they go, and they're coming along all right, you know, so that's where that is at the moment, you know, so I'll just keep going as a roundup of what's actually happening around the place, you know. So it's been a while, you know, since I've, you know, did anything on YouTube, you know, because quite honestly, you know, yeah, you know, part of understanding my you know, plant-based lifestyle is the dynamics that you know, you're in control of your life, and a lot of the lies that get told to you through the you know, say health industry, but really is the sickness industry. You know, you've got to counteract, and part of that is the data mining that goes on your online activities. And just of late, you know, I've been looking at, do I really want to be responsible for some things that YouTube and Google are up to? You know, the way they're suppressing you know, the any alternative views. You know, like I was just so amazed the other day, like my I don't have a lot of that I monetize, you know, because I just do this just for my own thing, you know, but they demonetized a video I had on foraging, urban foraging. You know, get out of here, you know, like, you know, I just don't understand, you know. But anyway, look, that's enough of that rant. I'm just going to change it around again. And as I say, at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm in between some cropping, you know, so these are all starting to come out now. And as you see on this one, what I did some very dense planting to keep the weed suppression down, and that worked really quite well. As you can see, the beds are still pretty clean, you know, so you know, that worked well for me, and I'm going to continue that on again. It's last of my silver beet coming up, you know. Some next cropping in here, and I've got a as you can see, like, I'm using these hoop tunnels I've made up myself for this, and you know, that's working out, you know, cost effective and works, you know, it keeps the bugs off, you know, etc. But as you can see, like, this is the next patch of lettuce I've got in here, and I don't know exactly what's gone with this, but you know, some have taken off and some are just, you know, not doing well for some reason. It's just crazy. But anyway, it's part of learning how to garden, you know, in your area, you know. So what I just want to quickly show you as well is that I talk a lot about using tarps, and as you can see here, you know, for weed control and stuff, you know, and that's what I would normally do like this when I start off a bed. And here my biggest problem are, you know, cooch runner grass, and that's really hard to get rid of, you know. But I find if I put it like this, with now the heat's back in the days, it does do a good job of keeping it repest, and I then cut it back, you know, to the edges, and so stop the runner going into it. But anyway, that's that's a long story. If anyone knows about cooch runner grass, it's a pain in the ass to get rid of. And, here's another example. You know, I've set out this area now. I've just tarped all this up. I've got all my beds underneath it with some animal manure and that, and that's what I'll be pulling that off fairly shortly, you know. So, all right, well, look, that's that, and just this is a bit of an update on what's happening. As you can see, I've put more compost beds in, and you know, as it sort of goes, you know, that's the latest one. This is on its almost, you know, the next one to turn over, and this one's pretty much finished, you know. You can see it's just some beautiful stuff, you know. All right, okay, well, I'll leave it there, because I did want to just put something up, you know, because as much as that I'm, you know, really, you know, like debating whether it's, you know, YouTube is part of the devil or something, you know, I don't know, but all right, okay, crew. Well, look, I don't expect anyone to sort of catch up with us on here, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see in the background our artificial tree. All right, okay, crew. Well, look, hopefully if you do want to carry on with listening in here, or otherwise, you know, there's the link to our website or Instagram feed. So catch up with us somewhere, that'd be really good. Okay, keep going. See ya.